Wow. Good evening, good evening, good evening, and game appear, please. Thank you. That's how it works. It is indeed mob time. Thank you very much for the just everything going on before I've even really started. We'll just keep doing. We'll just keep going with this stuff. Wonderful. Thank you very much for the 1 year resub in total there, Sapster. That is amazing. Oh my god, there's a long list that I need to go through here. So, from the top, we have Colo with the Twitch Baby, 9-month resub. We have Clive of Legend, 23-month resub, just 1 month away from 2 years being subbed. More fuel to the hype train, 300 bits from a Togi, that's amazing as well. Toad Boy with the Twitch Baby 9-month resub of Fancy Graphics, much wow. We also have another 100 bits, followed by Matt the Ref. Thank you for the 100 bits there. We also have Wahey is the first quiz night of 2021 Wahoo, which is Matt the Ref resubscribing there. 19th month sub now, and that is at a tier 3 sub as well. That is just ridiculous. Puzzle Dan with the 6th-month resub in a row, 9 in total. First quiz night of 2021. Let's play 100 versus 1. No, wait, that's not it. It's 1 versus 100. Followed by also, thank you for the 6-month resub there, GI, since hello there. More followed by stuff. We also have Boy Gems that's just subscribed with Twitch Prime. Thank you very much for that as well. Connor with the insane 10 community sub gifts there, going there to Car7th. Laser Sky, Pantsless Wookie, Larry Mustard, Jay Turner, Procyon, Holgamate, Timwee, Mike, and Guy Dave. Gruff, aka Arlo, with the Pride 100 bits. Matt the Ref with the 200 bits. Samster with the renewal 1 year. Itogi with the 300 bits. Matt with the 100 bits. G-Items with 6-month resub. # followed by. And finally, I think I'm now caught up. Hello! Hi! Welcome to the first stream of 2021. Haven't even done anything, and all that stuff, craziness has happened, and it's on a level 5 hype train, which is just ludicrous. How was the holiday period? Because it's been a while. It's been 2 weeks since my last stream. My last stream was 23rd of December. Although I did do Beat the Chasers in Discord in between, this is the first stream since then. So yeah, stuff happened. There was holidays. For some people, maybe Matt. For others, possibly not. I know that I wasn't able to get to see my parents in person this year. It's the first time that's happened. The first time spending New Year's Eve on my own as well. Although with you people over on Discord as well, in a virtual sense, but in a physical sense, it was my first Christmas and New Year's alone due to obviously the world situation, and we have now entered into the third lockdown, like proper lockdown. So yeah, that's all fun. So it's weird that I'm kind of getting used to it like this. It's always like, okay, this has become the status quo. I do not want it to be the status quo, but it has become the status quo. So yeah, it's much of a muchness. Nothing has really changed since then. I'm still living the life like I'm doing like right now, right in front of my PC. That's pretty much all I've been doing. But yeah, I hope you had fun over Christmas and New Year's. Certainly had fun hosting Beat the Chasers. Thank you very much for tuning in on that. If you were there in the Discord call, because we had like 50 people in the voice call at once, which was just ludicrous. Thank you for Toad for helping out on that. Thank you for Score for helping moderate that. Thank you for all the players. Thank you for all the chasers for that evening as well. It was just an awesome time. Hey, no problem, Lupine. That has been sitting as a project to do since like mid 2020, and it didn't happen until end of the year just because things got in the way. Sometimes the chasers even won. I know. That was a rare occasion. Yeah, it was would have been for the charity marathon, but got pushed back quite considerably due to other things. But yeah, we have 1 versus 100 tonight. This is the first show that we're doing this year in 2021. Let me just show you the new schedule screen that I've got now. So as part of 2021, I want to try and schedule the streams a little more ahead of time rather than just sort of randomly picking a game before like 10 minutes before we go live. So we now have this wonderful thing. So we now have the next 8 streams sort of planned up. So tonight we've got 1 versus 100, as you can see there. Friday we'll have Winning Lines, and then next week is Vault and Golden Mind, the mini final of Golden Mind. Week after that we have Turnabout. I like the red, green, blue gradient of that, by the way, because it's apt. Followed by some Outright on Friday. Million Duke Drop, it's coming back. I have set it a date to be returning back on the 27th of January, so it will return. It probably won't be in Twitch extension form anymore. But I'll probably do it in a similar way to how I do Outright, where I upload a WebGL build to Simmer.io and you can play from there. It'll be basically the same thing, just unfortunately it won't be on the same page on Twitch. That's all, but at least you'll be able to play it and it will work, and I don't have to keep adding people to a waitlist all the time. And then Golden Mind to round off the end of the month with the finals of Golden Mind, hosted of course by Catnip. So that's what you're going to look forward to over the next month or so here. There's another reason why I'm sort of doing this scheduling, is because, well, the start of this year is becoming quite busy with things and stuff. Time Shock is certainly a thing that's going to happen shortly after all that. I do have a date planned for that, which I'll need to tell people. I feel it's a reasonable target to get to, especially if I get my arse into gear and do things I need to do. There's also daily countdown is happening. Hyper countdown is a thing that I've seen as well, potentially happening. Ape has revealed something about Only Connect. There'll be more information on that soon from the looks of things. Not entirely sure, but apparently that's a thing. So it's good to see Only Connect is coming back. And just generally lots of stuff. Lots of stuff is on its way towards the front half of this year, it would seem. So yeah, I'm scheduling to try and account for all the things happening, and of course Duel, because Duel could be a thing happening soon as well. It's you know, Duel season 4. It's on my mind. There's all sorts of stuff. Basically, should be streaming 3 nights a week. I don't think I could handle it, to be honest, Matt. Two a week is enough for me. And if the world starts to return back to normality, then I may end up going back to gig work, which means Fridays will end up being eaten by gigs. So I may end up going back to 1 a week at that point. But we'll see. We will see how it all goes. Anyway, we have stuff to do tonight. We have 1 vs 100 to play. So let's open up the game, open up the lobby, and if you would like to play, enter in the room code of PBXL. And let's change over to that scene. Press the right button. There we go. That is the correct screen we want. So you're all entering into the mob, as it were. And it's very simple. If you're new here, very simple to play. When you see the question in chat, and then you see the 3 possible answers, A, B, or C, after that point, you can just put in a letter, A, B, or C, either in public chat, or you can directly whisper to Quizbot 3000. Either of those techniques will work, and that is you answering that particular option. If you're correct, you will survive. If you're wrong, you'll be eliminated. Even if you're eliminated, though, you can continue to answer questions, because this game is Doot enabled. You may have seen some people earlier in chat checking their ranks and checking their Doot values, but you can earn Doots in this game. It's sort of like a local currency on this stream. There you go. Answer, etc. They're currently checking their balances, so the more questions you can answer correctly in a row, the more Doots you'll get, essentially, on a streak. And I say, even if you're eliminated, you can continue to answer questions and keep playing along and still earn yourself some Doots, even though you may not be in contention to play as the one. What we'll be doing in the moment, once everyone has joined in, is that we will be picking one of you to play as the one, who is, you know, as the title dictates, 1 versus 100. Normally there'll be 100 people playing. I simulate any of the remaining mob members as AI based off of the sort of majority answers from all of you. And it's the one's duty to try and eliminate all of the mob to take the prize. Simple as that. There are helps if you play the US version, and there are escapes if you play the Dutch version. Yes, I have 2 versions of the game, because why the hell not? So yeah, you could play the US version, which is Season 2 rules with 4 helps. I've kind of borrowed one from Millionaire. And if you play the Dutch version, you have to go all the way to earn any Doots. Beat mob, win Doots, simple. Something like that. Exactly like that, Matt. Yes. So, we currently have 31 in the mob right now. So that will be 30 main players actually playing in the mob, and 1 will be picked as our one. What I will need to do is I'll need to join my Discord live studio. Press that button, press this button, and we'll share that. So that if you are the one, you can decide to join me here in Discord and play along in voice. You don't have to. If you're not happy with being on stream with your voice, then that's fine. You can play it all via chat anyway. So there's no problem like that. If that is an issue for you, don't worry about it, because we can just do it in chat. And this is indeed the first appearance of Xylophone Man for 2021, indeed. You know, we've got to get him a paycheck every now and then. One of the other things I'm trying to do with the scheduling is trying my best to sort of alternate what day of the week these games appear on. So 1 vs 100 we're doing this week on a Wednesday. The next time it'll appear, I'm going to try my best to make it appear on a Friday, so that those people that have different schedules on Wednesdays or Fridays that can't get to see one game, then at least should be able to see the game on another day. That's my thought, is trying to sort of shift the schedule around like that to make it as likely as possible for people to join in on every game possible. I know that all schedules cannot align, but this is my best chance at trying to make that happen. So that's another thought on my scheduling, is that I'm keeping track of which days these are appearing on and then sort of switching them over every now and then. And one final thing that I've thought about my schedule is, if we have a look again, so the positioning of Outright is currently sort of like the penultimate Friday of the month. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to try and stick to that kind of rule as well throughout. So Outright is sort of the exception to the rule, that it won't be on Wednesdays, it will always be on the penultimate Friday. Just I want to have something that is mine, that is very regular, but obviously not stupidly regular. So it'll come around every 4 weeks essentially, and hopefully there'll be new Outright packs by that time. So yeah, Outright on a Friday is pretty much a thing though. So that's going to stay as just Fridays, and it hopefully like penultimate Friday of each month will be an Outright. Can't say if that's going to hold true through the entire year, but it's a plan that I'm attempting to stick to, let's put it that way. And of course I've got ideas that I want to bring in as new games and things like that, and making up new games so that we can add more to the roster of games to play. Or you have a pack ready to send, well, do send it through Shapes, and I will have a perusal over it. I think then I should have enough to play Outright when we come back round, because I know Procyon sent me a pack. David has sent me a new pack as well. I do also still have Cars pack to play as well. So yeah, there's still quite a few packs. Yes, indeed, Procyon. So it should be good enough to have enough packs by that time in the month. All right, let's go back to the game window. I think we're about ready to play the game. It's a bit of waffle, I know, but it's sort of covering everything at the front of the year. Sort of like the new, sorts of New Year's resolutions, I guess you could say. But I don't tend to stick to those kind of things, but at least plans for 2021 to just to see what happens. I might not even stick to this come next month, but we'll see. I'll try and keep to them in some regard or another. Only 33 players. Well, maybe more will join in afterwards. I know that it's been 2 weeks since the last stream, so the regular viewer count is lower than normal, but I'm aware that other people will also have lives as well, and maybe returning back to their normal lives at the beginning of the year, because it is the beginning of the year. Hello there, Ape. Welcome to the game. Right, I think we're about ready to hit the button. So who shall be the first one this evening? It will be... Cue dramatic reveal. Who will it be? I do not know. It's Inca! It is aka Inca! You are our first one this evening. If you'd like to join me here in Discord, do so. If not, then of course you can just play in chat. Either or is your decision. And we'll just wait for you to make your way here. The encoding is still having a problem on my OBS. But I need new hardware on my PC to stop it complaining about 1 versus 100 and the performance. Oh yeah, I absolutely love that sting. It's such a great sting and a great sequence for picking the player. Inca's just getting sorted out in the green room, and then we'll be ready to go. Hello, Inca. Welcome to the game. How are you doing?
Hi, Ash. Surprised to be back here so soon.
It was pretty recently, wasn't it? Yeah, wow. Indeed. Well, that's RNG for you. Sometimes it does do that. But you've been picked to be as the one. What version of the game did you play last time? Can you remember?
I believe it was the one where I didn't have to go all the way. So that's the.
You played US then.
US one, yeah.
US one, you can take the money at any given point as long as you have money to take. Yeah, that's the US one. So are you going to play the US again, or are you going to switch it up and play the Dutch?
Well, I think since I've been here twice, I think I should, take the chance to experience both sides of it. So, against my better judgment, I think I'm going to pick the Dutch one this time.
Okay, so for those out there that do not know the Dutch Intigan 100 version, the player has to go all the way to the end and eliminate every single mob member to take any of it away. However, if they can do so, they can take a serious amount of doots away. I mean, just look at Dogfish 44's total in doots, and that's basically a demonstration of just how well they have done specifically in the Dutch version of 1 vs 100. So, Inca, do you think you could go all the way?
No, I don't think I can go all the way, but who knows? Who knows? I'll just let's see what happens.
Who knows? Indeed, anything can happen. Matt the Ref saying straight up at the front there, the absolute maximum if you go the long route in this game is like 6 million doots, but for that to happen, you have to eliminate one mob member per question, and then use your doubler on the final question and assume that you get an elimination on that question. And yeah, it's so difficult to get that to happen, and also to, of course, not use any of your escapes. But that is the theoretical possible if you go all that way.
I will lower my expectations from that. Yeah.
Well, this is the first game of 2021. Good luck, Inca. Let's play 1 vs 100. And the first question will be on video games. You do not get a choice on easy or hard. You will get an easy one to start with, just to hopefully break you in. This is on video games. Here is the question. Mob, pay attention. In the game, there is no game, wrong dimension. Who is the partner of the game? Is it FF? Is it GG? Or is it yay yay or yee yee? Mob, lock in your answers. In the game, there is no game, wrong dimension. Who's the partner of the game? Is it FF, GG, or yay yay? Now, we'll caveat that when it says on the screen there, easier and harder, yeah, this is an easier question than they managed to pick versus another one. So although this doesn't look particularly easy, it is easier than what you could have had if you could have picked hard.
Okay, that's slightly reassuring, maybe. I'm not sure.
Okay, one thing I will say is you cannot escape this first question because you have no doots to your name, so otherwise the escape would be free. You do have to give me an answer on this question. However, you could choose to double if you wanted to. Do you have any clues? Don't worry, we've had one question short before.
Okay.
So you would be the first.
That's really. I was not aware of this game. I have to say, all I can do is think GG of those sounds that looks like a name. GG is a name some people have, and FF just sounds stupid. Yay, I don't know. And I guess maybe GG if it was good game, that might make some sense. I don't know. I think.
What would you like to do?
There's no point in me stalling anymore. Sooner or later, I'm just going to have to plumb for something and accept that I might be making an early exit here. The best semblance of logic I can possibly muster makes me think GG is the most likely to be somebody's name. So that is what I'm going to have to go for.
Do you want to play a doubler, or do you just want to play the answer?
Well, I might as well go for broke, actually, if this is my only question. I might as well go double, and hopefully other people are finding it just as hard as I am.
And as I say, if there are as many people out there that are completely confused on this question, then it might be wise to play the doubler early, even though they might not necessarily be of high value. They'll at least be double their normal value. So just ask you again, do you want to play a doubler?
I think I will play the double.
Okay, that is your doubler being played. And what option would you like to lock in?
I think I will have to lock in BGG, please.
Okay. Well, I can tell you, I've got absolutely no clue on this one, but your thoughts on GG as in good game was my thought as well. It certainly makes sense. And also, GG does kind of sound like a name as well. So that's the only one that comes close to making sense. I have no idea what the answer is, but computer, please reveal. Is that the right answer? It is the right answer.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So we are through question number 1. Let's have a look at how many got eliminated. Only 2!
Oh, really?
Only
Seriously?
Serial Quizzer and Laser Sky got that wrong.
Okay.
Everyone else got it right, including all of the AI. So
Okay.
your doubler doubled their value to 20,000 doots, brings your bank now up to 40,000 doots. You can no longer use your doubler. Unfortunately, that was not the best use of a doubler, but I guess we didn't really know how the mob were going to answer there. I imagine the majority of them were using similar logic that you were, and they're still in. So very well played, mob. You're very good. Very good on the first question, but now, from this point onwards, Inca, you can decide whether you want an easier or harder question after seeing the category. You ready?
Okay. Not the most confidence-filled start, but I'll carry on.
Okay, question number 2 will be on the category of music. What would you like to do?
It really depends what kind of music. So I don't think I could. I don't think it'd be very wise for me to go harder on this. I'll stick with easier for now.
Stick to the easy route. Okay. Which Chris released the US and UK top 10 hit Arthur's theme Best That You Can Do? Was it A, Gloss, B, Cross, or C, Joss? Because of course it is. Mob, lock in your answers. Which Chris released the US and UK top 10 hit Arthur's theme Best That You Can Do? Is it A, Gloss, B, Cross, or C, Joss? Because of course we had to have a question with Joss in it. The meme is strong. Inga, what's your thoughts here?
Oh, okay. Well, there certainly is a Christopher Cross who was, he in his time was having chart hits. Christopher Cross. So that seems likely to be it. The others just sound like riffs on his name. I certainly never heard of a Christopher Gloss. Yeah, no, I think so. Yeah, if that's a red herring, it's a very, very good one, and I applaud whoever wrote the question. But no, I feel like that's most likely going to be it. So I'm going to keep my escapes because I know I'm going to need them, but long way ahead. And I think I'll go with it. I would lock in B, Cross.
Okay. And yeah, just to confirm only, we've scaled it up to be 1 million divided by X, which is not necessarily what Integan has, but it's scaled so that, Doot value is roughly approximately the same across different shows based off of their sort of primeness. Let's see, is the right answer Chris Cross? It is D, Chris Cross. Okay. And we are through question number 2. Who got it wrong? Boy James, Lupine 1, Jack Wilfred, and few AI getting knocked out there brings you to 1 versus 90. Adds another 81,000 to your total. You're up to 121,632 now, with 90% of the mob left standing. Okay, sort of picking them off slowly. Let's go to question number 3. What's the category, please? TV and film. What would you like to do?
There again, that's not generally one of my better areas. So again, I think it's gonna have to be easier.
Stick to the easy track for now. Question is, Netflix and Chills is a lineup used by the streaming service to promote spooky movies and television series themed around what holiday? Is it Christmas, is it Halloween, or is it Mother-in-Law's Day? Mob, lock in your answers. Netflix and Chills is a lineup used by the streaming service to promote spooky movies and television series themed around what holiday? Is it Christmas, is it Halloween, or is it, God forbid, Mother-in-Law's Day? Mob is locked in. Inca, you got any clues?
Well, I mean, one of the answers is almost so tempting as to make me suspicious of it. But like spooky movies, like it must be Halloween, right? Like, surely, like, do you get spooky movies at Christmas? I'm not aware of that.
Might be themed around Christmas, I guess, but I suppose.
I suppose. I mean, I could be wrong. I mean, I'm not aware of Netflix and chills, but I look like such an idiot if I use an escape on this and it was just as simple as Halloween. So, sure, okay, and yeah, if this is an easier question, then hopefully it is just as straightforward as spooky movies at Halloween. So, yeah, with slight trepidation, I'm gonna lock in beating Halloween.
Okay. Now, the thing with this, if the question didn't mention spooky movies at all, then it could be a toss-up between Christmas and Halloween, because around Christmas time it's generally chilly.
Yeah, that's probably...
Because it has the spooky movies part of it, it does sort of lend itself towards Halloween a bit more, but let's find out. What's the right answer, computer? Absolutely is.
Okay.
Who got knocked out? Samster, Score Count, Naked Grandma, and 2AI. 5 getting knocked out adds another 55,555 to your total, brings you up to 177,187 doots. 85 mob members still standing, and you still have all your 3 escapes intact. Let's go to question 4. What is the category for question 4? Yum yum, food and drink. What would you like to do?
Okay. No, I think I might stick with what I'm doing for a while. Like, it's slow progress, but I'm making progress, so I'm going to stick with easier for now.
Okay. An Old English literary term for a meadow is also an alcoholic drink made of fermented what? Is it apples? Is it corn? Or is it honey? Mob, lock in your answers, please. An Old English literary term for a meadow is also an alcoholic drink made of fermented what? Is it apples, corn, or honey? All the mob is in. Inca.
Okay, well, I have an idea. I mean, before I saw the options, I was hoping to see honey, because fermented honey would be mead, and you could, because you get like St. Mary mead in like Marble, I think. That's, I don't know for sure that means meadow, but it linguistically seems to make sense. Yeah, I think that's... Yeah, like I said, that was kind of what I was hoping to see before he even came up. So it makes sense in my head. Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, I think I will. I'll lock in C, honey.
Seem pretty confident. Couple in the mob, possibly indicating they went a different way. Maybe apples, thinking down the route of cider, but I don't know if cider has any sort of link to meadow. At least you've got mead, the first 4 letters of meadow. Is that what we're looking for? Is the answer honey? You're absolutely right. It is honey.
Wow.
And yeah, it would be mead in reference. Metal Substance Cast 7th, Top 1 Gaming, Toad Boy, Puzzle Dan, Dogfish, Connor, Adster, Clive, Game Show Fan, and the list goes on. Ben's J, Shadowmane, Matt, Procyon, Deuce, Lingo, Cetra, Random Zombie.
Oh, wow.
Lots of AI as well.
That's changed things.
I think a strong majority of them went with A, apples, with no other thought other than because apples make cider, and I think a lot of people didn't realise that you can ferment honey to make a drink. Now you know, out there. Now you know. So we have knocked out 54 mob members on that question. Adds 635,256 to your total. Now brings you to 812,443 doots, with 31 mob members still standing. You still have your 3 escapes that you've not even used yet. You have unfortunately used your doubler already. That would have been a prime candidate for using a doubler. But then, from the sounds of things, from the sounds of your reaction, you didn't think that so many of the mob will get eliminated on that. What was your thoughts there?
Oh, I'm really surprised. I mean, maybe it's just not. Maybe just mead isn't as well known as I thought it was. But it just leapt out to me. There's a meadow right there, and it's got mead right in it, and. Yeah, well, there we go. I'm not complaining.
No complaining at all. You're still in the game, and they're not. But just as a reminder to those that have been knocked out, you can continue to answer even if you are eliminated to accrue yourself some doots. It might also have been a case of someone in public chat giving an early answer of A or B, and people following the herd, as it were. In which case, be careful. Don't do that. Especially those tricksy people that like to answer by whisper, then answer by public chat, which doesn't actually get answered with because they've already answered previously, because it only takes your first answer, and dupes you all. I know that Panda's done that before, and it's been yes. So don't follow the crowd.
Please keep doing it.
Don't follow what other people are answering. Answer what you think, and you might survive. Inca, let's go to your next question. We go to a 1 versus 100 style question. So this could be a trap. It could be just specifically written to appear on 1 versus 100, but that's about all you got. There are only 9 humans left standing, according to the bot. So not many human players left, and some AI. What would you like to do on this one, Inca? 1 versus 100 star question.
Again, I feel I don't know enough what to expect to feel confident in going for harder here. It just could be so many different things. So again, I'm just gonna have to stick with easier. All
right, no problem. Which of these is a term for the lowest travel class for planes or trains? Is it commissioner class? Is it referee class? Or is it coach class? Mob, lock in your answers, please. Which of these is a term for the lowest travel class for planes or trains? Is it commissioner class? Is it referee class? Or is it coach class? Okay, Mob is locked in. Inca, you go on many planes or trains?
Well, not this year, no. Like I used to, quite frequently, because I'm currently living in Northern Ireland, so I need to get a plane to go to just about anything in Scotland or England these days. So yes, I'm usually a fairly frequent plane user. Somehow, just commissioner class and referee class, I just can't make sense of that. I mean, coach class seems more intuitive because obviously on old trains you've got coaches, etc., and people would be piled into those, and so that at least has something going for it. Whereas commissioner class for the lowest travel class, that doesn't really seem to make much sense. Referee, I don't see how that would connect at all. I'm hoping that the answer is coach class, and then the other two are just sort of variations. You get a football team or whatever has these things. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. Again, I don't know for sure. I've not heard the term, but I feel it's likely enough to be coach class that I'm gonna save my escapes for possibly a battle that's yet to come.
Lock it in, C.
So, I'll lock in C, please.
Okay. Also known as riding on a pacer, because it's literally one of those Leyland buses put on train trucks. Coach class, also known as cattle class, is the right answer, yes.
Okay.
That's certainly what my dad used to call it, as cattle class. You just sort of get herded all into one tight space. Yes. Only M3 times getting that one wrong. Adds another 32,000 to your total, brings you up to 844,701 doots now, with 30 mob members left. So our 8 human players left are Shapes, Oni, JWYT, Ape, Itogi, Gruff, Kolo, and Pum and Ben. Those are the final 8 human players of the mob. That means we do have 22 AI players still standing. And just as a reminder, the way the AI answers is based off of the distribution of all of the human answers that come in. So if the majority of human players go with the wrong answer, so do the AI. Just as a basis.
Okay.
So Inca, I think we're due to see a this or that question. Indeed we are. This is your first this or that question. So these are the answers to 2 questions. Which question would you like to see?
It could be a lot of things. I'm leaning more towards the second one. Is countries, geography is something I'm good at, but it's a risk because it could turn out to be about, like, I don't know, sport or something. So I may regret it, but I'm hoping this is a sort of geography type question, and I'm going to go for number 2.
Number 2. Okay, let's find out. What is the question behind the answers to number 2? On which of the following flags would you not see the Southern Cross constellation? Is it Brazil, Papua New Guinea, or Fiji? Mob, lock in your answers, please. On which of the following flags would you not, there is a not in the question, see the Southern Cross constellation? Is it Brazil, is it Papua New Guinea, or is it Fiji? Mob is in. How good are you on your vexillology, Inca?
Okay, but not quite good enough. I can rule out, I think, Papua New Guinea. I think if I'm picturing the right flag, that has like a bird on it, and also the Southern Cross. It has the stars in that configuration. But I'm on a bit of a dilemma between the other 2. The flag of Brazil certainly has stars on it. It's got, the globe thing, and I think there are stars on it. Is that the Southern Cross? It might be. It's mostly Southern Hemisphere. Fiji has a little emblem that has various things on it. I don't know whether the Southern Cross is one of those things.
Is this a point where we're going to be seeing you use your first escape?
I'm very tempted to. I would just be. I think considering I have 3 escapes left, I think I'd feel silly if I just bombed out and I hadn't used any of them. It would seem a bit reckless. Even though I would lean towards Fiji, but I just can't be sure. I just don't know the fine details of that flag. So I think the smart thing to do would just be to use one of my escapes.
Confirm you want to use an escape?
Yes, confirm.
Okay. You are safe from elimination on this question, however, it has cost you 25% of your current bank. Just out of curiosity, which answer would you have locked in?
I would have locked in Fiji, but I'm not at all sure.
Okay, let's find out. Was that a wise escape or not? What was the correct answer? It was the correct answer. So maybe a wasted escape, but you are at least safe. That's what matters. And for your curiosity, we say goodbye to actually a lot of people. We say goodbye to Itogi, Kolo, Ape, Gruff, Plum and Ben, JWIT, and a lot of AI. We now only have 2 human players left standing, and they're in the top left corner there. We have still Oni and Shapes, as well as 7 AI. So unfortunately on that, because you did escape, the mob is worth nothing to you. That would have been quite a nice sum to add. But, like I say, at least you're still in play. You now have 633,525 doots to your bank. 9 mob members left. Each mob member eliminated at this point would add 111,111 doots to your current total. You do still have 2 escapes as well, so the next escape will cost you half of your current bank, brings you down to like 317,000, roughly speaking, something like that. Okay, you ready to see the next category?
Yeah, let's go.
Here we go. Meme! meme
no.
is the category we have to look forward to here. So, how hot are you on your memes, Zarinka? This could be widespread memes. This could be localized to the Discord memes, but meme it certainly is.
Yes, I've seen some memes. I'm on the internet. You can't escape them completely. But I feel like there are so many rabbit holes of memes that it goes way deeper than. I wouldn't call myself an expert, so I think I'm gonna have to stay with easier.
Gonna stay with easy. Well, Matt, doesn't necessarily have to be an internet meme to be a meme, just mimetic behavior. But we're going easy. Something that seems appealing at first, but is later found to have an unsavory past, could be described as a milkshake what? Is it a milkshake cow, a milkshake moose, or a milkshake duck? Mob, lock in your answers, please. Here's that question again. Something that seems appealing at first, but is later found to have an unsavory past, could be described as a milkshake what? Is it a cow, moose, or a duck? Well, that's certainly a question. Thank you, Clive. Were you expecting that kind of question, Inca?
I wasn't expecting it, but I'm delighted by it because I was aware of this meme and I love it. It was so good. It's like, yeah, no, I remember it well. Like, the whole internet loves the duck that drinks milkshake, and then the next day we regret to reveal that the duck is racist. I haven't delivered it in the most. It haven't really done justice there, but that's the gist of it, and I do remember it very well, and it's an excellent meme. So I'm very happy to go with this one.
Lock in Sea Duck.
Lock in Sea Duck. Yes.
Okay. Is it the right answer? It is the right answer, and it also has a Wikipedia article about it.
Oh, really?
Yep. And apparently the phrase was a runner-up as Word of the Year in 2017.
Oh, really? Oh, my God.
Yep. So, we say goodbye to AI number 75, and we add 111,111 dudes to your total. You're now on 744,636, with 8 mob members left, each now worth 125,000 doots additional if you get them knocked out. Okay, we're starting to thin them out a bit more now. Still those 2 humans, 6 AI as well. How are you feeling at the moment, Tinker? You alright? You feeling good?
Really, this is just such a better position than I expected to be in, frankly, after the start. So, yeah, with 2 escapes left, it's possible. It's possible,
oh, yeah,
but I wouldn't
definitely.
say I'm confident.
All right, let's move on. Let's find out what the next question has in store for you. On the topic of technology, well, we were just in internet memology there. Now we go to technology. What's your thoughts, Inca? Easier or harder? Now that we've got the cream of the crop left in the mob.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking, and they're obviously up on their internet culture. I think this. I mean, purely as a tactical play, because I have escapes left. I think I'm going to go for a harder one just to try and catch the surviving players out.
I think that makes sense. To say you have the advantage of being able to escape. They do not. They have to answer in the time left. So let's go for a hard technology question. Which of these is a lawn tool often used to remove dead moss and other debris? Is it a terrifier? Is it a scarifier? Or is it a petrifier? Mob, lock in your answers, please. Which of these is a lawn tool often used to remove dead moss and other debris? Is it a terrifier, a scarifier, or a petrifier? And I can tell you I know the answer to this question. Because it's one of those really weird YouTube rabbit holes I dived down through 2020. Just randomly got recommended someone that's really into their lawn cutting, and one of the answers here is the name of one of the tools he uses on a regular basis. Anchor, any clues?
I haven't been on that particular rabbit hole myself, unfortunately, but I have an idea. Like, this is one of these. I can't remember what the context word, but I saw the word scarifier and I thought it was funny, and I looked it up, and it didn't mean what I thought it meant. That I can't remember precisely what it meant, but it was something quite mundane, which I'm beginning to think that's what this was. Like, Terrifier. I mean, a Terrifier makes some sense as well if it's like the Earth Terra, but no, I just have that. I have that in my head. I've come across the word Scarifier, and it doesn't mean what you think it means. Might regret this, but I would like to play on that.
What, B? You want to lock in B?
Yeah. Yes, I'm gonna lock in B.
Okay. Is the answer B, Scarifier? It is indeed a Scarifier, or I guess you could also maybe call it a Scarifier, because essentially what it does is sort of makes really thin sorts of cuts or scars into the ground.
Oh,
and
right.
It's also known as like a dethatcher, so it sort of pulls out dead moss and other sort of dead plant life that's sort of living on the topsoil of your grass, so it sort of tidies it up and makes it easier for the grass to grow. So yeah, it's a Scarifier or Scarifier. Thanks, random YouTube deep dive, because I would not have known that otherwise. Yeah. And we say goodbye to one human player there only, and 5 AI. So we are left with a 1 versus 2 scenario, and your bank is just shy of 1.5 million doots now.
Wow.
So it is now you versus Shapes and essentially the hive mind on AI number 100. That's what you got to play against now. However, you have that distinct advantage of those 2 escapes still not touched. Will be an expensive escape if you were to use the next one, because it's say the next one will be 50% and you're at 1.5 million, so that would be like 750,000 doots to be removed from your bank if you were to escape, but you'll be kept in play if you do. You ready to see your next category and all this or that?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Here we go. What you got for us, computer? Oh,
wow.
Interesting.
Okay. Yeah.
Very interesting set of answers here. Yes. What's your thoughts here, Inka?
Well, I can't pass on the chemistry question. My PhD was in chemistry. There's assuming this is not some kind of a curveball, and that really is a chemistry question. I just couldn't pass that up. That's a gift from the gods. Watch me say all that and now get it wrong, but I think I have to go for 1 in this case.
You want to go for question 1?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Question 1 is: an ester can be formed by combining which of these? Is it alkane and alcohol? Is it carboxylic acid and amine, or is it carboxylic acid and alcohol? Jesus, that's such a hard word to fall over. An ester can be formed by combining which of these? Is it alkane and alcohol, carboxylic acid and amine, or carboxylic acid and alcohol? Or amine. However you pronounce it, it's that or that word. But, Inka, you're the expert. How do you say it?
Amine. You were right.
Amine. It is amine. Okay.
Yeah. Well, again, this is almost too good to be true for me, but one of the sort of classic first-year undergraduate chemistry laboratory experiments is esterification. It's just, a nice simple put 2 things together and heat them up, and that's making an ester. And I've taught undergrads enough times that I'm pretty sure it's a carboxylic acid and alcohol. Amine doesn't make sense. Amine's got nitrogen in it, and an ester doesn't. An alkane, you wouldn't be able to do much with that. It's not reactive. I'm very sure, and I will never be able to show my face in front of half my friends again if I'm wrong about this. But I believe quite strongly that the answer is C: carboxylic acid and alcohol.
Is that what you want to lock in? C.
That is what I'm going to lock in.
All right. The fate has been sealed. Carboxylic acid and alcohol. Is that how you form an ester? Correct answer is It is indeed right, yes.
Okay.
Now, Shapes in chat says they can remember S's from GCSE chemistry, but just the name. And they survive.
Well done.
The hive mind has gone. It is now just human versus human. And you are now up to... It's but like 5 and a bit thousand shy of 2 million doots.
Wow.
So here we are. It's now a heads-up game. Inca versus Shapes for all the marbles. If Inca can knock out Shapes, then we will add 1 million doots to that total, Inca, and you'll take that away. Shapes, if you can survive a question and Inca gets knocked out, then you take what's currently in the bank. You could take that nearly 2 million doots to yourself, and just to yourself, if you can survive, and Inca does not. So bear that in mind, that you can steal what is currently being banked. However, Inca, you do have that advantage again, as we mentioned before, that you do have those 2 escapes. However, they're a bit expensive now.
Yes.
Escape 50% will cost you the best part of 1 million doots. But it'll keep you in the game, and potentially keep you alive when Shapes might get eliminated. So, let's see what we have in store next. We have toys and games.
Okay.
What shall it be?
No matter what the subject was going to be, I think at this point my only real option is to be aggressive, like you say, use my escapes to my advantage, and just I know Shapes is a very good quizzer. I've seen him do very well in so many of these games. Mm-hmm. So I think I have to throw everything I've got at it and go for harder from now on. Okay.
Down the hard track then. So Shapes, this one is just for you essentially, although everyone else is say you can answer for doots and build up a streak for next time. But Shapes, this is for you right now. Question is, suppose Conan the Barbarian had a career change and gained access to packed magic going by the 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons rules. What would his new moniker be? Is it Conan the Druid, is it Conan the Sorcerer, or Conan the Warlock? Oh my god. So the question again, suppose Conan the Barbarian had a career change and gained access to packed magic. Going by the 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons rules, what would his new moniker be? Is it Druid, Sorcerer, or Warlock? Bon chance. So Shapes is locked in. Inca.
I'm not going to waste everyone's time trying to come up with some kind of logic. I don't understand the question, honestly. I'm reading it more than once a time, and I don't even know where to start. This is simply, this means nothing to me, and I'm going to just have to do an escape and put it out of my mind.
Is that what you want to do? You want to escape and lose nearly 1 million doots from your bank?
I think I have to. I just can't even begin to piece this together, whatever this is. Yeah, I'm going to escape, and that's my answer.
It has been done, so you are safe from elimination no matter what. But let's have a look. What answer would you have given? I mean, it's basically a 1 in 3 shot if you've got no clue.
Well, packed magic, I guess that's the key to it. I don't know, maybe it's like a pact with the devil and it's like a warlock. I don't know. I'm talking out of my backside here. I have no idea. I would have gone for C.
You would have gone with the warlock. Okay, let's find out. So your thought there was sort of dealing with the devil, and a warlock makes sort of the most sensible sense out of that. Maybe. Let's find out. Is Conan the Warlock correct?
Oh, really?
It would have been correct.
Oh. Wow.
You could have saved yourself nearly 1 million doots. However, Shapes, did you get it right? Shapes did not get it right!
Oh my god.
That is an elimination. Your bank there is 997,318. I think from the logic of the game, it will give you an extra million, which means your final total is 1,994,636 doots.
I can't believe it.
Just like that, folks. That is how you play the game. And you still had 1 escape spare as well. What's your thoughts?
I just can't lose like how whiplash, how quickly that changed. For me to think like, am I even going to get the first question right? Like to like, it was that one question in the middle. What was it? Where about 50 people went out, and everything just changed. And yeah, I'm amazed, but I'm very grateful. I feel the questions fell very nicely for me. So, wow.
Well,
that's a lot of dukes.
We go. It is a lot of dukes. It really is. And so, very well played. And hard luck there, Shapes. You nearly could have had it at the end there, but Inca did have the advantage being the one, unfortunately. I think you had the most fortune with the Mead question there, knocking so many people out in one go.
Yes.
I think that was very fortunate, having that kind of question. But you have to have that luck with playing these sorts of games sometimes. But very well played. Inca, you are now ranked number 3 on the total Doots leaderboard. So you now have plenty of Doots. You don't need to do anything else with the Doots. I hope you had fun there, Inca. Yes, all for life, absolutely.
Yes. I had a lot of fun. That was I'm very grateful to have got the chance to play this again. So thanks for having me.
No problem. Thank you very much for playing, and we'll catch you later, Inca. Our first big winner of 2021.
Hey.
Hey, absolutely. And that is exactly how it is done, just like that. Thank you very much, Inca. We'll catch you later.
Thank you very much. See ya.
So yeah, that is how it's done, everyone. Just emulate that, and you could be a multi-millionaire of Doots. Simple as. And if you are new here, if you've just joined in and watching along and you're not joined the game yet, hit that room code into public chat PBXL and you'll be added into the mob. And potentially also, you could be up to being picked as the next one because everyone got eliminated. Everyone has an equal opportunity of being picked next. Apart from Inca, of course, Inca has just played. But everyone else does have an equal chance of being picked in a moment. Whoa, that was a good game, that. Very good game. And yeah, it demonstrates that having some knowledge certainly goes a long way, certainly with Mead Meadow. And just playing the game strategically, paying off well for Inca. All right, here we go. Who shall be our next one this evening? It is dramatic reveal time. Here we go again. Who is it? It is Laser Sky 09. Laser Ski or Sky, you are the next one up. New person, I know. I'm not familiar with that name. So, Laser Sky, what would you like to do? You can join me here in Discord if you're willing to do voice. However, if you're not, then you can just play by chat. Just let me know, and I'll set it up and play it in chat. Also, which particular variant of the game would you like to play? Of course, that depends on if you're actually here and responding to everything. You might have disappeared. Laser Ski is a surname. Okay. Kind of makes sense. But yeah, does depend on you responding in kind. Otherwise, we will have to move on to pick someone else. We'll give you another 15 seconds to respond. And if you do not... Hello there. Hi. Yes, you are the one, Laser Sky. What would you like to do? Would you like to play... Dutch rules, US rules? Would you like to play voice or text chat? Just let me know. How to join to you? You can, if you're not already on the Discord, there should have been a link it posted earlier. If you click that link, then it should take you to the green room, and Score will get you audio checked, and they'll be brought into the studio. If not, then of course you can just do it in chat here and put in Twitch, and we can just play it like that. If it's a bit too awkward to get that set up, we can just get into the game and do that. Interestingly, the bot responded to you say join, with the wrong thing. The silence is deafening. Hello, hi, hello. Can you hear me? Discord can't hear me. Hi, hello. Is anyone out there? Hi. He's on his way, is he? Okay, cool. it's the first session of ASMR here in 2021. So yeah, down in the green room here, Laser Sky, there should be score count, known as score tech, in the green room. Just join that channel with a voice, with a microphone or something. It'll get you audio configured and then drag you into live studio. Simple like that. There are quieter live streams, Carl. Have you seen sometimes when Games Done Quick fails to do the audio configuration properly? It's just silence because they put the mute button on. Sometimes when I do that as well, I press for dramatic effect. Have I considered trying snooker commentating as a career? Oh, and that's a bad miss. No, I've not. I do like watching a bit of snooker in the background. But no, not considered doing any sort of commentary jobs like that. The wall giveth, the wall taketh away. Doing this as a dramatic reading of The Wall. Because I'm not Cockney. I can't do Cockney. I can't do convincing Cockney. I mean, do you want it as ASMR? Is that what you're asking? The wall giveth, the wall taketh away. Drop 'em. Beep. Boop. Okay, well, I'll add that into the app then on an ASMR mode. I guess. That's going to be it. We're going to have an ASMR mode and we'll probably have a Danny Dyer button in there. Clearly on the letter D. We're still getting Laser Sky configured. Hello there, Laser Sky. How you doing? Can you hear me? Hello, Laser Sky. Can you hear me? Hi there. Yes, I can hear you. Yes. How you doing?
It's okay. Hello.
Hi.
Hello, do you listen to me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Так.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes. I have to show demonstrate of my screen. Yes.
You could watch my screen if you want. It obviously is just slightly earlier than.
I have to, in demonstrate, I have to choose one of 4 versions. Okay. Yes.
Well, 2 versions because you have joined here in voice. So, would you like to play the US game or would you like to play the Dutch game?
Okay. In the use cases game, you have 4 helpers. This.
Yeah.
And the Dutch game, the Netherlands, I have not helpers. I have to escape. Let's. In Russian version, we use the US, and that means I use the American version US rules. Let's try.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the US rules. Good luck to you. And it is 1 versus 100. And your first question is: Patrick Henry is famous for saying, "Give me liberty," or "Give me what?" Is it death? Is it a high five? Or is it head? Toad! Why would you do that? Mob, please lock in your answers. Patrick Henry is famous for saying, "Give me liberty," or "Give me what?" Is it death, a high five, or head? And instantly the bar has been lowered. Laser, what's your thoughts?
I'm sorry, guys. If I answered wrong, don't love me. Okay. If I played in Russian, it will be easy, but English. And so if I foreign in this game, I choose the help is in the first question. But let's ask trust the mob.
You want to trust the mob, so that will lock you in with the mob's majority answer.
And the question is this helper and I suggest with all people, yes?
Say that again.
This help, just the mob is help. That means I suggest with all players who answers.
If you
Mostly.
so yeah, trust will lock you in answering.
In the Russian is called помощь большинства, мнение большинства. Okay, I trust the mob.
You want to trust the mob? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, no, not requiring to
I think
answer. It's
the
just...
most people answer correctly because it's the first question. It's the first question. It's not normal for me.
Okay, we will trust and see how this goes then.
But if I'm Russian in this here, nice to meet you, Ash.
Nice to meet you too.
I'm the first ever time to play the game.
Mm-hmm.
The English channel, but I'm surprised the main player in this game.
It's how it
Thank
goes
you.
sometimes. The RNG it is favourable sometimes. All right.
So it's good for me to learn English because if I speak English a lot of time, but I learn this language because learning language is speaking.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So we are going
So
to trust
I trust the mob. I think
Mhm.
they all answered this question, but someone answered wrong. Let's see. I
Indeed.
think it's B.
So they have locked in the answer of A, death.
Death,
So they think it
yes.
is give me liberty or give me death. Is that the correct answer? It is the correct answer. The mob has saved you. We need to now
Let's
find out
see.
who got it wrong or who did not answer, and we say goodbye to Topper One Gaming, Pretty Kitty Ashy, Game Show Fan, DJ, and Benz J, who either did not answer or didn't give me the correct answer. Everyone else was absolutely spot on with the answer.
The rules is another, but different is the Russian American versions with wrong answer.
So yeah, this version is the US Season 2 ladder version.
Yes,
So
I saw this table with 100. Now I don't anyone earn because 5 players answer is wrong. To get $100, I have the players
for 5 more.
Die.
Yeah, you need to get to 10 eliminated
The
to
Russian,
seed
the
1000.
Russian version is with wrong answer, like the player, the first player, in the number 27.
Just to make it obvious to Procyon, yeah, it's a long-standing bug, and I'm leaving it as a sort of feature. Yeah, the first question always gets the numbers wrong for some reason.
Okay.
Don't know why I'm leaving it as.
So I want to say goodbye who answers this question correctly, and all people who helped me is 95. Thank you very much. Let's play. I choose the game.
Okay, let's go on to the next question. We all feel adoration and devotion to the game of tennis, but in its scoring, what word is traditionally used in place of the number 0? Is it love, rien, or egg? Mob, please lock in your answers. Just that question again. We all feel adoration and devotion to the game of tennis, but in its scoring, what word is traditionally used in place of the number 0? Mob is locked in. What's your thoughts here, Laser?
Okay. I again use the helper.
Okay.
Life. How is called if who wants to be a millionaire helper? Life. I forgot. Now, how is the pictures? No. How is called helper if who wants to be a millionaire? I forgot. We
So-
use 50-50, call a friend. Life. I forgot.
So the ones we have here left are Ask the mob, which will pick 2 out sort of at random, and they'll tell you which answer they gave.
Yeah.
Poll is sort of like the Ask the Audience, but you only get to see one option.
I asked you remember, do you think it's the rules going to be around 2018 in UK?
Okay.
So let's I choose let's ask to you.
You want to ask me?
Yes, what do you think about it?
Okay. Here's what I think. I love saying that thing. It's love. The numbering system in tennis starts out on love, love. The first point you get would be 15, then it's 30, then it's 40, and then it's a game. A tie of 40-40 is called a deuce. Getting 1 point ahead of a deuce is an advantage. Those are all the words you need to know in tennis in English. So for 0-0, you would say it's love, love. So the answer I would give is A, love, and that would be my final answer.
I suggest to you, do you use the soundtrack Ask the Host to Be a Millionaire?
That was from Millionaire, yes.
Okay. Okay. I suggest to you the answer A, love.
Okay, let's lock that one in. Let's just hope that I have made this the right answer here. Let's find out. Is love the correct answer? It is the right answer.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
Ash.
Unfortunately, everyone got that right. So no elimination. So we keep going. Next question is, which of the following is an element with the atomic number 116? Is it tranmerium? Is it livermorium? Or is it evertonium? Oh, nice answers. I do like those, Dogfish. Which of the following is an element with the atomic number of 116? Is it tranmerium? Is it livermorium? Or is it evertonium? It's such a subtle clue in this. I do love it.
I remember this question. How is it translated? It's a chemistry question.
Mm-hmm.
Which из этих элементов имеет порядка номер 116? This chemistry element is called like Russian, medium. Oh, the third type is the helper. And let's remember me what means pull the mob.
So poll, what you will say is one of those options, A, B, or C, and it will show you how many in the mob gave that answer. So, example, I could say poll on A, and it will show me how many in the mob gave me answer A. That's what a poll is. And then ask would be the computer will pick 2 players out.
Do you listen to me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, it's bad internet I have mobile.
Okay. I'll say it again then. So poll.
And is the ask the mob? I choose the players.
You don't get to choose in ask.
Okay. I
the computer
the
picks 2.
Okay. Okay, let's try ask the mob.
Going to ask the mob. Okay. So this will pick 2 out, sort of at random, and it will give whatever answer they gave out. 1 will be correct, 1 will be wrong.
It's like 50-50 who wants to be the millionaire.
In a way, yes, because it brings you down to just 2 possibilities, yes.
And I ask the players why answer this question correctly, yes?
The color doesn't indicate whether they answered correctly or not.
Is indicated players I can ask who answered this question incorrectly or correctly, yes?
The computer will pick from those that are glowing, yes. One will give one answer, one will give another answer, and they'll give their reasons why they gave their answers. But it's a computer decision, so it's a random decision. So let's find out who the computer is picking. So we have Colo Cola went with answer B, Livermorium, and we have Boy Gems that went with answer A, Tranmerium. Now, they can give their reasons why they gave their answers in chat, and I will recall it here in voice. So just wait for Colo and Boy Gems to give any reasons. They don't have to be truthful in what they're saying, but they can say something. So just wait for them to do something. Or not? Okay, Boy Gems that answered A went, I noticed the football puns, and went with the most obscure team, but no idea. And Colo, that went with answer B, saying that these are based on English football teams from Liverpool. They are Tranmere, Liverpool, and Everton, but he's saying that Livermorium is an element, whereas the others are not, he thinks. So Colo is sort of confident on B. Boy Gems went with the most obscure answer of A, but not sure if that is correct. So that's what they have to say. Does that help you?
Well. I have to learn English very well. Let's risk.
What answer do you want to go for?
Electronium is out. A, B.
Yeah, between A or B, C is definitely wrong.
Okay, it's like 50-50.
Yeah.
One of two. It's very hard. I always lose with one of two. But let's risk. Okay.
What answer?
I am so sorry to say goodbye in the first question. It's the first time ever I play in this room, and I first time ever I play like the main gamer in the 100 versus 1. Nice to meet you. Так, let's okay, B, Lamirian.
Lock in B?
Yes, it's my final question, final answer.
Okay.
I have a question.
Well,
before you show me the correct answer, can you show me how players answers were wrong?
Well, we'll show that afterwards.
After correct answer.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't have the flow to show wrong beforehand.
The Russian version. Oh my god!
But it is correct. Livermorium is correct. And we are now in the money. You now have 1,000 doots to your total. We knocked out G. Eisen's, JWIT and Boy Gems and some AI. And it's now 1 versus 88. But now that you have some money, you have a decision to make. Do you want to take that 1,000 doots,
Ow!
or do you want to continue
My
playing?
God. I'm stupid in the 3 third questions. I have to choose now. Okay, let's play. Last time I have to help. Let's play
You want to play against the mob?
the mob.
Mob? Okay, let's keep going.
How
Next
we call the
question.
Russian?
Next question
How
is, during the game's popularity in the early 1990s, a POG champ would most likely own which of these? Is it a standee, a squidger, or a slammer? Mob, please lock in your answers, and I love this question, Ape. During the game's popularity in the early 90s, a POG champ would most likely own which of these? Is it a standee, a squidger, or a slammer?
Oh,
Mob is locked in. What's your thoughts here, Laser?
okay. The helper pulls the mob, and this means I choose with 3 answers and the computer how the players answered this answer.
Correct. Yes.
And this mean okay. Let's use the final helper pull the mob.
Okay. And what option would you like to poll on?
Option. Yes. Pull
Yeah,
the
which answer? Which answer? A, B, C. Which answer on for poll?
show me how players answers how many players answers the C slammer.
With C slammer. Okay. Let's
Poland.
find out then. So how many of our remaining mob went with C slammer? Oh, quite a few. 77 of 88.
I
so
can ask any players why they answer this question.
no, we're not going to do that. Otherwise, we'll be here a while. But a strong.
And the Russian version, the game, the player can ask the one of the mob.
Okay. But this isn't the Russian version. Let's put it this way. This is a
Okay,
Twitch
move.
online
Okay,
version.
okay.
So I get to make the rules.
Okay, I have a question. Can I adaptate in the Russian version?
Can you what? Sorry.
Can I adaptate your version of English with Russian?
Not right now. No, but maybe in future. So those
Well,
are the options.
I have idea adaptate one there's 100 Russian online version.
Okay. Well, we'll get through this first, and then we can maybe deal with that later. So
Okay.
that's how many went with C Slammer. What do you want to do?
Okay.
No more helps now.
I suggest the trust the mobile. It's interesting. The option for the mob is like trust the mob.
Sort of.
Okay. So I suggest with the mob, C Slammer wallet.
Lock it.
My final answer is C Slammer wallet.
Okay. Let's find out. Is it the correct answer? It is the correct answer.
Help! Wait, I'm sorry. Thank you very much.
Well, we know that 11 got eliminated because we saw that 77 did get it
Not bad.
right. So now we know we are up to 5,000 doots, and you are 7 eliminations away from making it 10,000. But you have no helps left now. So what
Okay.
do you want to do now? Well, actually, because you've used all your helps, you actually get to see the question, but not the answers before making the decision. So
Okay.
the next question will be, which of these is not a species of bird? But you do not get to see the answers. So what do you want to do? Would you like to take that 5,000? Or...
I have a question. Okay.
Yes?
If I choose the money, can I play interesting?
If you choose the money, then the question goes away. We don't play it.
Mhm.
If you choose mob, then we do play it, but you have to answer it.
I'm sorry. I ask the mob. I choose the money.
You're going to choose the money? All right. Let's do that then. So, it is a win for you. It is 5,000 dukes. Nice and simple. Good game. And we go through this elaborate sequence because why not?
Thank you very much.
No problem.
$500 or euros or pounds.
These are dukes. They're of a different value.
I want to.
They're my local currency. But it is a win for you. Congratulations. Hope you had fun. Did you have fun there, Laser?
Yes. I'm
Cool.
surprised.
It's how it goes sometimes. It's
I'm
how
serious.
it goes.
The first time ever I know you случайно. Среди вас есть кто-нибудь говорит по-русски? Кто меня слышит из россиян, я скажу по-русски, переведите ему, пожалуйста. Я совершенно случайно узнал Эша по игре «Народ против». Я не ожидал, что я попаду и буду играть в роли главного игрока.
Shout outs to the Russian crew there, I guess. I got no clue what you said. Spasiba for playing.
Yes, the first question to when a player is the first gamer in this show, I'm the answers incorrect, and when a player is the first main gamer, I'm discerning. I don't know to remember how answer this in this how playing this game online, and it means it's very simple. Very simple.
All right. Well, thank you for playing.
It's easy to chat in the group.
Yes, indeed. Thank you very much for playing, and we'll catch you later. Yeah, that's what I understood.
See you
Dr.
in
Mummy.
the winning lines. See you in the
Indeed.
winning lines.
Indeed. Catch you
Nice
later.
to meet you, Ash.
Nice to meet you too. Bye.
Okay, very much.
Okay. So that was an interesting venture there, trying to do some Duolingo practice, I guess, while playing some quizzing. I see from the People Versus. Interesting. Cool. Didn't know that, but it was certainly an experience. But I suppose that sort of demonstrates that that game shows and quiz shows, they sort of transcend languages sometimes. So even though the Russian game of 1 versus 100 is slightly different in various places, at least the idea is still very similar. And I can only imagine how difficult it was to sort of answer those questions in a non-native language. Like, I would struggle so hard if I was to be presented those as Russian questions instead. I would be so out of my depth. So for someone to come in with not their native language and trying to parse some decent English wordplay in some of those questions, certainly as well, is it's a feat in itself. So thank you very much for joining in there. We do have time for one more game though. So everyone that is still left in the mob right now, so if your name is green on this particular screen, then you have the chance to be picked as our next one this evening. Who shall it be? Let's find out. Our one is... Of course, we have to do this. Shapes! Here we go. The one that got away, or didn't quite get away with it against Inca. The battle is back. Shapes is the one. This will be interesting to see if Shapes can take on the mob and go all the way, just like Inca did at the beginning of this stream. Indeed, another return of the Titans. This is definitely going to be a good one. Let's see if anyone can give Dogfish a run for their money. Say Dogfish with like 3 million dudes. Inca now not that far behind there. And, well, Shapes could also be in for some pretty bank if they can go all the way in the Dutch version. Of course, if they want to play the Dutch version, they don't have to play that. They can play the US version, of which there is a top prize of 1 million dudes if they can go all the way. So we're just going to wait for Shapes to respond. Are you around, Shapes? Would you like to join in Discord? Would you like to do it in chat? What game would you like to play? To sort of wait for Shapes to do their thing. And while we do that, let me just quickly go over to the schedule screen, because I do have that as an option now. I can go back to the schedule and quickly talk about things. So, on Friday, as we did here, we will have some winning lines on Friday. So all the way from the 49ers all the way up to the Wonderwall, it is the full game. We may even do some National Lottery draws as well, so to maybe get you some more doots as well. It is that thing you missed at the beginning of the stream, Minky. Well, I actually just brought it back now because I can. And then next week we will have the Vault on Wednesday. So I have a pack or two from David that we can play on the Vault and hopefully iron out some issues. Then on Friday we will have some Golden Mind from Catnip. Catnip will be hosting the mini finals night on Friday the 15th. Week after that, we'll be doing some turnabouts. There's going to be some team turnabouts, maybe some turnabout 25, all sorts of hilarity with turnabout. Outright on Friday the 22nd. Then hopefully bringing back the Million Dude drop on Wednesday, the last Wednesday of the month. And then Golden Mind to round out the end of the month, where Catnip will be hosting the finals of Golden Mind, also known as Oxidis Protas, or how you pronounce that in Lithuanian. That is what you're going to look forward to in the next few weeks over here on Quiz Night. Of course, there are various other streamers going on as well. Quizzy Dan is back. He's doing his bingo on Thursday. Tipster's taking a break, so there won't be any Pina Colada for a little while at least. However, Ben will be doing his game night stuff on Saturdays and Tuesdays. And of course, Liquid Courage is doing things pretty much all the time. You got all sorts of stuff to be tuning into, essentially. But this is what you got to look forward to from me specifically. So let's go back to the game window. Do we have a Shapes? Is Shapes being correctly... and of course, yes, in the Discord, watch-alongs, gameplay, all sorts of stuff in the Discord as well, because we now have Wheel of Fortune or Wheel of Flexibility, and I've also got the wall, WAHL, because wall and jokes. We've got all that to look forward to. So that's stuff to look forward to. Shapes, welcome to the game. How are you doing?
I'm not doing too bad. How are you?
Yeah, good. Well, this is interesting to see you come in here as the one after being just one question short against Inca in the first game. There, it was a bit of a tough question at the end there, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, the last few questions up to that, it was very much I was in the sort of the part of the game where the air's getting thin, and you just keep thinking the next question is going to be. Hold on for one more. And like, I had no idea on that. That was totally out of my area of knowledge. So I just guessed, because that was like the 11th or 12th question of the game. And I guessed A, because none of the questions up to that point had been A. They'd all been B or C. So I was going by the law of averages and no other knowledge.
Okay. Fair enough. Well, you are here now as the prime player. What game would you like to play, Shapes?
Well, the one time I've played this before is the one I played in the Dutch rules.
Okay.
And this time I think I'm going to go for the American rules.
Okay, going to play the other side just to see what it's like. I don't blame you at all.
Absolutely.
All right. Good luck to you, Shapes. We'll start in US, and it is once again 1 versus 100. And your first question is: What's the surname, talking about Turnabout, of the host of the 90s BBC game show Turnabout? Is it skating? Is it curling? Or is it skiing? Mob, please lock in your answers. I do love this completely apt question that, honestly, I did not rig it at all. It just randomly picked this question. But the question again is, what is the surname of the host of the 90s BBC game show Turnabout?
And if it was rigged, we would keep this for the end.
Oh, absolutely, yes, that's true. So, do you have a clue on this, Shapes?
I do have a clue. He's the only game show host named after an Olympic event that I know of. There may be others. I don't think there's anyone called Modern Pentathlon.
It'd be interesting if there was.
If anyone knows otherwise, let us know. No, it's Rob Curling.
Do you want to lock in B as your answer?
Yes, please.
Okay. Is the answer B, curling to get off the ground? Well, actually, the stones stay on the ground in curling, but nevertheless. Is indeed the right answer, yes, Rob Curling. ROB apparently lending to the names of the colours red, orange and blue, but that might be a sort of backronym thing, I don't know. However,
the red and the orange were pretty much the same.
Surprisingly, though, we say goodbye to 36 members of the mob on that one question.
That's a lot of people.
It is a lot of people, I guess. Because
I guess it didn't
Turnabout's not one of the biggest names of quizzes, even in the UK. Boy Gems, Ben's J, Dev, Magnusaur, Cyril Quizzer, G. Isers, Toad Boy, Ashy, Deduceman, Laser Sky, Gruff Arlo, Shadowmain, DJ, Milk Like Substance, and 8 Minky, all getting that one wrong. And, you're already up to 10,000 dukes. You're already on more than we had earlier with Laser in just one question. But that's how it goes sometimes. So you're already with money in hand. So on the first question, I get to ask you, do you like to take the 10,000 that you got off of just one simple answer, or do you want to continue against the mob?
I think because I've got all the helps available still, I think the odds are decent. I'll take on the mob.
Don't blame you at all. You're still in good stead. And your second question is, which member of Scooby-Doo's gang wears glasses? Sometimes. Is it A, Norval Rogers? Is it B, Fred Jones? Or is it C, Velma Dinkley? Mob, please lock in your answers. Which member of Scooby-Doo's gang wears glasses? Is it A, Norval Rogers, B, Fred Jones, or C, Velma Dinkley? Mob is in. Shapes. When was the last time you saw some Scooby-Doo?
Oh, it was a while ago, actually. I think it was on train in Valencia. It had been dubbed into Spanish.
All right, yeah.
It's it translates fairly well. Animation usually does.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when I first saw this come up, I had a minor panic at the beginning because I thought, who's Norval Rogers? And I've sort of deduced from the options we have here and the fact that it's not going to be Scrappy Doo. Sorry, everyone, I just mentioned Scrappy Doo. That Norval Rogers must be Shaggy, and I should know that because sort of on the rare occasions I make appearances on TV, everyone thinks I look like Shaggy. And I'm pretty sure it's Velma because I remember a plot point in one episode where they're in a haunted house or on a ghost train or something. She loses her glasses and inadvertently crawls up towards the villain of the episode and has to be sort of rescued at very close quarters. So I'm pretty sure it's Velma, so I'm going to go for that.
Lock it in?
Yep.
Shelter in chat saying, in one episode, might be a trend that existed across multiple episodes. My glasses, I can't see without my glasses would indeed be Velma Dinkley. And yes, you are right, Norval Rogers is indeed Shaggy. It's just one of those standard quiz questions. everyone in the mob got that answer right, so we stay as we are and ask you the question again. 10,000 or mob?
Well, it worked last time. Let's go for the mob again.
Let's keep going. And your third question is... Pakistan's Benazir Bhutto and New Zealand's Jacinda Ardern are the first two elected heads of government to do what while in office? Is it get a PhD, is it meet the Pope, or is it give birth? Mob, lock in your answers, please. Pakistan's Benazir Bhutto and New Zealand's Jacinda Ardern are the first two elected heads of government to do what while in office? Is it get a PhD, is it meet the Pope, or is it give birth? The mob is locked in. Shapes, you got any clues here?
Okay, so it's one of those ones that looks okay on the first look, but I'm just going to sort of go over it carefully to make sure that I've not missed something. So mostly I'm going on the basis of what I know about Jacinda Ardern here, because Benazir Bhutto was about 30 years ago, I think, and though I was around at that time, I wasn't sort of very up on international politics at that point. I'd have been about 8. So I don't think that Jacinda Ardern has a PhD, and I don't think she's been in office long enough to have met the Pope, especially with nobody travelling for the last year. And I know that she has, she announced that she was pregnant either shortly before or after the election that she came to become Prime Minister. So it would follow from that she is the second elected head of government to give birth while in office. So I'm going to lock that in.
Okay. I know that Jacinda, she appeared on someone's Twitch stream last year. Was it BroXH, I think? It has nothing to do with the question, it's just a factoid, I know. But are these two the first two elected heads to give birth? Absolutely correct. And we say goodbye to Game Show fan, Nekka Grandma, and 5AI. Knocks you up one level on the ladder, brings you down to 25,000 doots, and you're 7 away from the halfway point. So, now I get to ask you 25,000 doots. Money or mob?
I'm going to go for the mob again, I think.
Okay,
Still
let's
got
keep
all the
going.
helps.
Well, let's keep going, and your next question is... What is the perhaps appropriate last name of the British biathlete Amanda who participated in the World Cup? Is it light bladder, is it light head, or is it light foot? Mob, please lock in your answers. What is the perhaps appropriate last name of the British biathlete Amanda who participated in the World Cup? Is it light bladder, light head, or light foot? Mob is in. Shapes. Got an inkling here?
I'm getting all the Winter Olympics questions. This is becoming a theme.
'Tis the season.
So, okay, so what I know of the biathlon is it's the one where they do the cross-country skiing and every so often stop to do some target shooting with the sort of quite unwieldy shotgun. So Lighthead would seem to be the one I can discard straight away here, because you want to sort of keep concentration. You don't want to go light in the head, especially when you're sort of trying to concentrate on the target shooting bit. Light bladder, it would. I mean, you don't want to have to stop to sort of go. We're after 9 PM. Go for a pee. Halfway through, although it didn't harm although it didn't hurt Paula Radcliffe's chances that one time.
No, that's true. Very true.
But I don't know that it would be something that you would identify as a optimal trait in a biathlete. Whereas Lightfoot, obviously cross-country skiing over snow, you don't want to get bogged down because they do it over quite thick snow. And if you're sort of gliding across the top of that, you're going to sort of progress with less effort and sort of have less taken out of you when you need to sort of get down and concentrate on the shooting. So I think that's enough to sort of go through it without using any of the helps here. I don't know how well known British biathletes are amongst the international audience as well. So I think it's one where it's probably going to be worth taking a punt. So I'm going to say Lightfoot. So lock that in.
Okay. You said the keyword there, locked in. Is the answer Lightfoot? It is indeed Lightfoot. He got knocked out. Just AI number 54 was the only one to go on that question. Takes you one closer to the next level, but you are now 6 away to 50,000 doots. So I get to ask you again. 25,000 doots. Money or mob?
I think we can carry on going with the mob.
Let's keep going. And welcome Apodo to the game. And your next question shapes is, who voices Squidward Tentacles in SpongeBob SquarePants? Is it Roger Bumpus? Is it Dennis Hawlus? Or is it Keith Poundus? I'm pronouncing those specifically like that because I don't want to say them. Who voices Squidward Tentacles in SpongeBob SquarePants? Is it Roger Bump that word? Is it Dennis Hall that word? Or is it Keith Pound that word? I'm saying that is not great either. Mob is locked in. Shapes, do you have any clues here?
I have to say I don't. They all look equally unlikely, and it's only because presumably they can't all be wrong that I'm not completely stuck on this, but I'm not sure how I'm going to work it out. Trying to work out, is this something that the 56 members of the mob that we've still got left, is it something that they would know in large enough quantities to go with trusting the mob? Whether I should...
So you've got the ask, you've got poll, you have trust, and because I steal from other things, you can also ask me.
I'm assuming that one of these people is very, very well known, and that the writer of this question has just used the construction of the last name to make the other two options a bit like that question based on around the two answers based around Livermorian.
Yeah.
I mean, there's one there that I think is so unlikely as to be discardable. And that would be C.
You think that there wouldn't be someone out there that has a surname seriously as Pound Ass?
Not that we could use in this quiz. I can certainly think of contexts where someone might use that name, but family friendly. I think we're better not go down that particular avenue. A almost sounds like the name of a kids' TV character, but it sounds feasible enough that I've seen people. I see a lot of names in my day job, and some of them would look like a made-up option if you didn't actually see that it was a university application from a real person. I know there's one I would go for if I was backed into a corner here, but because I've got the options, and because I think people are going to know sort of widely enough, I think I'm going to trust the mob here.
Okay.
I think if I progress further and the questions get harder, it might be more of a there might be more of a sort of random chance element coming in, then trusting the mob might not be as secure a move as it would be at this point, where there's still quite a lot of people and still quite a lot of the human players.
Yeah. So do you want to confirm you want to use your trust here?
Yes, please.
Okay. We are looking to you here, mob, to keep shapes in the game. Shapes will have their answer locked in as whatever your most popular answer was. Let's find out. What did the mob think the answer was? They thought it was A, Roger Bumpus. Is that the correct answer? It is A, Roger Bumpus. You are right.
Now, I apologise to Roger Bumpus for saying he sounded fictional.
And only 2 AI getting knocked out there. AI number 63 and AI number 37, which meant all of the remaining human players did give me the right answer there. You are now 4 away from the halfway point. Not quite there yet. So, for the third time now, 25,000 dupes is on offer. Would you like to take that? Or would you like to play against the mob?
I think I've still got a chance, so let's go for the mob.
Let's keep going then. Your next question will be... In the upcoming video game Ninjala, the ninja gum is what gives the characters their powers, but what else does it do to them? Is it makes them speak Japanese? Is it makes them only eat gum? Or is it turns them into kids? In the upcoming video game Ninjala, I think it's already out, but maybe this question was written before it was out. Nevertheless, the question is about Ninjala, and the ninja gum is what gives their characters their powers, but what else does it do to them? Shapes, you familiar with Ninjala?
I'm not, I have to say. And this time it's the other way around. All of these seem feasible. Just trying to think, is there anything that I can sort of use from the question to get a way into it, but I don't think there is. Again, I think I'm going to have to work out which of the helps is going to work the best here.
So ask, at least it knocks out one option off the table for you. Poll could be useful if you manage to pick the 1 in 3 that worked for you. And you do have Ask the Host, but I'm not going to indicate one way or the other if I know this before you do so.
Okay. I think you might know this, so I would like to ask you, please.
You want to ask me?
Yes, please.
Okay. Here's what I think. Haven't the foggiest. I really haven't the foggiest. Now, I do know that Ninjala is somewhat Japanese-oriented.
Yes.
Certainly with ninja being of a Japanese sort of origin. But I don't know if that would make them speak Japanese. That seems a bit of a stretch to make them do that, especially if this is supposed to be like a kids game and they suddenly jump into a different language. It's like then you're getting them to read subtitles. Maybe it's English comprehension or something. I don't know. Just seems a bit far-fetched potentially. And similarly with B, why would gum make them eat only gum? It's kind of like a almost like your drug. It's sort of promoting sort of addictry in the drug world. It seems a bit weird.
It's a gateway.
So, although the name Ninja Gum doesn't really have any sort of relation to it, the only answer there that to me makes any sort of sense in a sort of game context, if it's like a collectible item and you use it to an advantage or something, is to turn you into a kid or something. Maybe it's a way of blending in because you're become an infant or something like that. You can get past adults in the way or something. I don't know. I really don't know what the basis of Ninjala the game is. I'm just positing a possible concept where turning you into a kid would make sense in a way, like you're sort of turning back time or something. Does any of that sort of elucidation help you in any way here, Shapes? I really don't know.
It makes sense. I mean, in sort of Alice in Wonderland type way, the sort of eat me, drink me thing to sort of change someone's size. Like you say, it's sort of logically doing something that then makes them only do that thing again it's not really a power.
Yeah, not really power. That's the thing. Yeah, it's. Hello, hang on. One moment. I do have to say.
It is.
Hello there, Mr. Quizzy Dan, with the raid of 16 people. Welcome, one and all. I hope you had fun. Hi Dan. We'll be over with you tomorrow with some Quizzy Dan bingo, because I'm definitely looking forward to the return of that in 2021. But welcome, Quizzy Raiders. You joined us at an interesting point. We have Shapes here, who managed to go nearly all the way against Inca in the first game, was the one surviving mob member, but unfortunately fell foul on the final question. And now they're taking their turn as the one. And we're at this point here where we're asking the question about Ninjala and what Ninja Gum does. And currently asking me, I don't know, really. But the only sort of logical idea out there that makes sense in a game would be C. But because A is more like a trait, unless, of course, being Japanese means you can get to speak Japanese with... I don't know. I really don't know. B makes no sense that it would be... It's not a power to be able to eat more gum. It doesn't make sense. So it would be between A and C. I would lean more towards C, but I'm not confident. And to close off this help, I'll say it's C. That is my final answer. I don't know if that was much help to your Shapes, but that's what I can say.
It's given me a bit more sort of clarity on it. I think I hadn't spotted the slight the counterintuitiveness of the B being something that doesn't really sound like a superpower, and I've got that now from sort of what you said there. So that's sort of got me some of the way towards the answer here.
At least we hope.
Speak Japanese is. I mean, it could be, especially if it's like an educational video game. But turning them into kids, it's what I'm leaning towards that. I'm just thinking, should I poll them up to get a sort of ratification of it before selecting it? Actually, no. I'm going to be braver. I'm going to say C. Turns them into kids.
Lock it in.
Yes, please.
Okay. I'm hoping it is right then.
I've got my hands over my phone.
It's my... Is the answer C? It turns them into kids. Computer, please reveal. Is that the right answer? It is the right answer, yes!
Oh, thank goodness.
Okay.
We got there.
Woo, okay.
We got there. You certainly helped me along the way there, so thank you.
So, Itogi Pumamed in is getting knocked out, as well as some AI. Shadowmane, who wrote the question, has got some extra information here. So we have well-deduced Ash. Ninjala is an 8-player battle royale game where the highest scoring... Chat, stop moving. Highest scoring player after 4 minutes wins the match. And in both the reveal trailer and the animated YouTube series, the Ninja Gum turns people into kids, provided they aren't kids already, but it does maximize their abilities as ninjas, so it's a big trade-off. Okay. So there we are. It was the logical answer in the end. Well, I'm glad that was the right answer. That was my reputation at stake almost. But we are through the halfway point. So from this point onwards, Shapes, you will be getting to see sneak peeks before making a decision.
Okay.
How are you feeling at the moment after that?
Oof, quite exhilarated after that.
I bet.
I don't know what sort of made me sort of change my mind at the last minute to not use another help there, because it's one of those ones where if I was in the mob and answering it on a reflex, I'd have gone for that one straight away. But with more time, it was like I'd managed to convince myself that the first option was also possible, depending upon sort of what the structure of the game was.
Yeah.
But no, it was good to have an outside perspective there and actually help me get a decision, get to the right answer, and sort of get through it.
All right, well, we can finally put that question to bed. We can now move on to see what the next question has in store for you, and then you can decide whether you want to play the question or leave with the 50,000 boots you currently have in your bank. Let's have a look at the question. What did the protagonist of the song Crabs by Mr. Weeble do with its big bag of crabs? Internet culture here, I believe. That is the question. We don't get to see the answers. You only get to see them if you decide to play on. So, Shapes, what do you want to do? Would you like to take the 50,000 doots? Or do you want to continue against this mob?
I should know this. I've seen so much of Mr. Weeble's stuff. The Weeble and Bob parody of Destroy Everything You Touch is a running joke I have with a couple of my other friends on Twitch. I'm going to assume at least someone's going to help me here.
Okay.
Or going to be able to help. So, I'll take the mob here, please.
Taking on the mob. All right. So we are going to see the answers. Mob, get ready. That question again. What did the protagonist of the song Crabs by Mr. Weeble do with his big bag of crabs? Did he put them in his pants? Did he put them in his house? Or did he put them in his mouth? Mob, please lock in your answers. The question again. What did the protagonist of the song Crabs by Mr. Weeble do with his big bag of crabs? Did he put them in his pants? Did he put them in his house? Or did he put them in his mouth? It's starting to sound like green eggs and ham. Shapes, do you have any clues here?
I don't, I'm afraid. Sorry about that. Cliffhanger pause I put in the middle there. Because I'm trying to think sort of how it would fit in with the kind of house style of Mr. Weeble. And although there's quite a lot of well, I don't want to say puerile. There's a bit of peeing and a bit of swearing and a bit of other such stuff. So he might put crabs in his pants, but then he's also got a good sense of the absurd. So putting them in his house or even in his mouth. The thing is, none of them really rhyme enough with crabs to be sort of an obvious rhyme. I think on this one I will ask the mob.
Okay. Let's
There
find
isn't a
out.
sort of option that I think I could use to poll the mob. So I think let's ask the mob here.
Well, at least Ask the Mob will knock out one answer completely, if it does take. And then we'll get to see who at least answered, out of 2 people, let's say, who answered what. So, out of the remaining 45 mob members, let's find out who the computer will pick. We have 2 players. We have Car, went with C, he put them in his mouth. And we have Clive, went with A, put them in his pants. So, Car and Clive, you may state your reasons. We now know the answer B, put them in his house, is definitely wrong. And interestingly from chat, Samster and Mert seems to indicate that this was Car's question. Now, Car has answered C. Doesn't necessarily mean he's answering to play the game, though. I know there have been many times that authors have answered incorrectly on purpose or even on accident because they forgot what the answer was. So take that information with a little piece of salt. We go to Clive first, though. Went with A. I don't know the song and I've never heard of Mr. Weeble, but if I had a big bag of crags, I'd put them in my pants. And then Car went with C. Could I pull a fast one here? Did I remember my cue, or was I guessing? It's up to you. So that's what you have to work with there. Clive with don't know the song, never heard of Mr. Weeble, and Car possibly trying to pull a fast one. I don't know. So that is what you got to work with. Shapes. Does that help you?
Oh, Car's reasoning was Carl's reasoning was a little less precise. I was thinking maybe they'll quote the lines. If I guess what I could do here in the context of that information, because Clive's doesn't seem to be very certain about the answer he's gone for, is can I now poll the mob on the same question, or can I not use the same thing on...
you can use another help, that's no problem.
Okay. I think I'll poll the mob then.
Okay, once you use your final help...
I think that asking the mob has got us some of the way towards the answer, and this will hopefully eliminate all the doubt.
Okay, so if you are wanting to poll, what answer would you like to poll for?
I would like to poll C, please.
Okay.
And put them in his mouth.
So using the final of your helps, and we're going to poll for C, which is what Car answers. So we know that Car should light up yellow here. But how many others also light up yellow? Let's find out. 36 of the remaining 45, so it is a majority, quite a strong one. In fact, we're looking at 80% of the mob, 80% of the active mob.
That seems fairly conclusive. I think I'll go with that then. I think we'll lock in C. He put them in his mouth.
Okay. You have said the keyword lock in. After all is said and done, did Mr. Weeble's Crabs protagonist put a bag of crabs, in his mouth? That's certainly a combination of words. Is it C? It is indeed C. We did manage to get through there in the end. And we know that 20% of the remaining mob is going to get knocked out here. We'll say goodbye to Clive, Party Me, and 7AI. That's a total of 9 being eliminated. Brings you up to 75,000 doots now. However, you've got to make a tough decision here because you have no more helps now, so it is just going to be you if you decide to play on. Hang on, we do have a subscription coming through from Tipster. Almost a year of flailing at trumpets. Thank you very much for the 11th month resub there, Tipster. Just so close. That is just awesome that you've supported me for that long. So yes, we are at a decision point here, Shapes, because no more helps. You're 6 away from making a 6-figure sum, but at least you get to see the question text before making that mind up. So, are you ready to see the question?
I'm ready.
Okay, that question is, which of these, which you won't get to see, is not a state capital in Australia? So 2 will be, 1 will not. But we don't see the answers. That is the question. What would you like to do here, Shapes? You can take that 75,000 dukes with you right now, or if you feel confident on your Australian geography, maybe you'll take on the mob. What's your decision?
This is horrible. This is exactly the kind of thing I didn't want to have come up, because I had thought if it was something that I could answer straight away, fantastic. If it was something I knew I'd have no chance of answering, fantastic. I know some of the state capitals.
Well, some implies you know 2, at least.
I think I know 3. I definitely know 2. I think I know...
Do you think that will be enough to cover you on this question, then?
Just trying to think how many there are. I think the mainland is 5 states, and then there's Hobart. Tasmania, sorry. So it would depend upon. It would have to be lucky for 2 of those, and a wrong answer to come up. It'd be more likely one of the ones that is a genuine state capital but that I can't think of will come up, and that I had to hope that whichever one of those comes up is one that when it comes up I recognise, oh, that is a state capital as well.
What do you want to do? Money or mob?
I guess I've got to be brave here, really, isn't it? I think it's to walk away is not something I really want to do unless I know that there's no other option. So yeah, I'll play this.
Okay, taking on the mob. Good luck to you, Shapes. That question again, which of these is not a state capital in Australia? Your options are Hobart, Darwin, Perth. Mob, please lock in your answers now. 2 of these are, 1 is not. We are looking for the not. Which of these is not a state capital in Australia? Is it Hobart, Darwin, or Perth? The mob is in. Well, one of them that you mentioned is definitely there.
Thank goodness. Subject to confirmation. Yeah, Hobart as that's the capital of Tasmania, and it's really like, you know, you get those sort of really weird things that just sort of stick with you from a very young age and it's in completely out of context. Hobart, I just know because of the Saint Etienne song "Hobart Paving," which is not about which is not about Australia at all. It was a paving company they saw the name of somewhere in South London, and they wrote a actually quite affecting ballad about it, just
really
based around that name. The other very helpful thing here is my mum's sister lives in Perth.
Oh.
So I've been there, albeit so long ago I wasn't really old enough to remember it very well. I'd have been like sort of 9 or 10. And from that I'm sort of fairly familiar with the geography of the state of Western Australia, and she's been back over here enough times to visit that sort of we've spoken about that many times in the past. Darwin, I think therefore must not be, although it's one of those cities that you've heard of and you'll assume is some kind of significant figure in the country. But I think it is one of those cities like it's like the way that nobody, or not nobody, but it's like the way that a lot of people don't know the capital of Australia because there's all the other bigger cities that people talk about more often. And they don't know it necessarily that the capital's actually Canberra. So I think I've just got incredibly lucky here, and that I've got an option I can go with. So I will play B, Darwin, please.
Lock it in.
Yes, please.
That is what you've done. $75,000 on the line. Is the answer B, Darwin? It is the correct answer.
Ooh,
who got
even
knocked
when I was
out?
confident on like that, sort of, God, heart in the mouth moment.
Yeah,
there.
you can feel the tension, can't you? Oni, Cetro, Pyropygmy, JWIT getting eliminated, as well as some AI. Just some extra information. Yes, Darwin is capital of the Northern Territory, but that's not classed as a state of Australia, hence why it was the answer to that question. So it is a capital, but not of a state respected by Australian states listed. So, 100,000 doots in your bank. 3 away from making it a 250,000. Still no more helps to play with, but you at least get the decision of Money and Mob after seeing the next question. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
The question is, the flag of which of these nations features the most stars? That's all you get to see. It's a vexillology question. You don't get to see the options, but presumably we will be seeing 3 answers that have at least 1 star, maybe more, on them. That is the question you will face if you play against the mob.
Oh my god, this is like... Is the computer selecting these because they know they're the things that I would be interested in having a look at?
It's only really picking them based off of difficulty ramping.
They're graded by difficulty, it's not just
They
sort of
are,
a random
yes.
selection all the time, so this is going to be...
Yeah,
Okay,
it
so
generally
this is gonna
ramps
be-
up the difficulty over time, so these are going to get slightly harder and harder over time.
Okay, in that case, it's going to be possibly some of the more obscure ones.
I mean,
But it's
sometimes it
fine.
has picked a question completely off the scale in one way or the other, just because it's run out of questions it can't pick in a certain difficulty spectrum. So it may end up being an easy question. I can't tell for certain,
Yeah.
but it does try to ramp it up.
And again, because it's something I'm more confident than average on, it's like it may work out for me.
Well, you'll have the thinking time, the mob will not.
Indeed. I was really thinking after that Australian state capitals, what the chances of another question which is almost handmade to tempt me was like, I didn't think another one would come along straight away. I thought this time it would be one I either definitely know, definitely don't know. And no, it's in this thing in the middle where I'm thinking I could work this out. Yeah, I think I need to. An opportunity like this may not come along again for ages.
Indeed.
So, yeah, let's go for it. Let's
Taking on the mob?
Yeah.
Go for it! 9 humans left in the mob. The question again, the flag of which of these nations features the most stars? Your options are Cape Verde, Uzbekistan, and Dominica. Bob, lock in your answers now. The flag of which of these nations features the most stars? Is it A, Cape Verde? Is it B, Uzbekistan? Or is it C, Dominica? Mob is in. So, Shapes, how good is your vexillology? Can you count the number of stars on these flags?
I can sort of approximately visualise them. So, Cape Verde's got like, it's mostly blue. It's got a couple of coloured stripes, I think red and gold. The sort of thin stripes about 2/3 of the way down. And there's a white circle. And there's a couple of stars, but I don't think there's many. I think this is between B and C. Now, Dominica, Dominica one's more notable because it's got a very, it's got a lovely parrot in the middle of it, which is on a red circle, and there's stars around the edge of the red circle, and I think they're quite large. So I'm thinking there might be like 8 or 2. Just trying to sort of visualise. So if it was 8, it would be at the 4 quarters and halfway between each of those. Which, as I'm visualising it, I'm so glad I'm not on camera doing this because I've got my eyes shut and I'm kind of mentally drawing it on the imaginary wall in front of me. And yeah, that 8 seems like a suitable number there because they're quite large stars and going round at sort of quarters and eighths of that circle. And I think outside of that circle, it's just sort of a black and white stripes in a sort of cross and a yellow background. Uzbekistan is, if it's, I'm pretty sure I'm thinking of the right one here. It's 3 horizontal stripes, green at the bottom, white in the middle, blue at the top, and there's like a white crescent on the stripes, and next to the crescent there's it's like a sort of stars arranged in a staircase image. So it's like, I think there's a row of 4 with a row of 3 above the first 3 of that 4, and then a row of 2 above that. So it looks like a sort of little staircase made of stars, which I'm pretty sure is not what it's meant to represent, but sort of as I'm visualising it, that's sort of how I describe it. I think, given I've got no recourse to any more helps, I think I'm going to sort of dive for that one because I don't think I'm going to be able to visualise any of them any more precisely than I've done in that think through. So I think I'm going to say B, Uzbekistan. We'll lock that in.
Lock it in. Okay. And I can tell you that 2 of these answers have 10 stars on them. One of them has 12 stars. Is Uzbekistan the one with 12 stars? It is the one with 12 stars!
Oh my god, that was
and you've
tough.
knocked out Top of One Gaming, Connor, Matt the Ref, Adster, and a smattering of AI. You are now up to 1 versus 10 with 500,000 doots. According to a couple of people, actually, they're saying that the stars on Uzbekistan's flag spell out the word Allah, or Allah, or however you pronounce it, but it spells that out. Also, some other source apparently suggests that because it's 12, it's to indicate the months of the year, and also sign of the zodiac, that kind of thing. So all sorts of runs in that family with the 12, but yes, you can also orient the staircase as you sort of describe it as writing Allah in Arabic script. So, now we're in some interesting territory. You're on 500,000 doots now.
That's a lot of dudes.
It's a lot of doots. You're 10 away now of taking the top prize. However, standing in your way, we still have Dogfish, Samster, Procyon, Car, and Colo Colo. There are 5 AI left under sort of human control based off of majority answering from the remaining players. So, this next question could be the last question if they all get knocked out. However, there are some very strong quizzes left in.
I was going to say, we've got Procyon there because, of course.
Because of course.
And,
Okay.
Everyone else, all the other humans are left in. They're all recently won
Yep.
a game of something or other.
Dogfish has won a couple of games of 1 vs 100. Colo's won a game of 1 vs 100, I believe, as well. Samster has in the past, can't remember recently if he has or not, but certainly in the past has won 1 vs 100. So you have quite a few victors of games up here.
Indeed.
Are you ready to see a sneak peek of the next question before making a decision on whether to continue or not?
I'm ready.
Okay, the question is... Music question time once again. Which of these words is not found in the lyrics of the full version of the theme song from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? That is the million duke question, as it were.
Well,
what would you like to do? Because obviously there is the original theme tune, but we are looking at the full version here.
full version, yes. Is this like the...
Yeah.
Is this like with the British national anthem, where everybody only knows the first verse? And there's all sorts of troubling stuff later on in the song. That's actually made the decision quite a bit easier for me, because if it was the version as used in the opening credits, I might be able to do that. But if it goes on further, if there's extra verses, then I'm going to be completely out of any chance of knowing it other than guessing it. So I think it makes my decision quite easy that I will sort of run at this point. I will take the 500,000, please.
You taking the money and run?
Yes, please.
Don't blame me at all. That is an awesome win. 500,000 doots will be finding its way into your account.
Thank you. I completely bombed out last time I played this. The only other time I played this on the Dutch rules, I got in completely a blind corner, and I think I rode my luck on the last 2 questions. So
You played the game absolutely perfectly. You used the helps exactly when you needed to, even double stacking some helps on one question just to make sure you got through it. And I think you played the game
sort of
absolutely
presented
perfectly.
themselves with a way I could use them. The helps.
Mm-hmm. I think if you rank We Like Shapes now, they might have a different value. Because I say the Duke's value gets added once the sequence finishes, so they are now actually into rank 5. You are ranked 5th with your total. Yes, indeed. So you are definitely in the top 10. Very well played, Shapes. I hope you had fun.
I did, yes. Thank you so much for having me down the front again.
No problem. It was certainly a great game. I was happy to at least get my Ask the Host to work as a correct answer. I seem to have such a decent record on that. I don't know why I do, though.
I think because a lot of the community, they know what you know.
True, that's true.
They know when sort of a question is going to be a good one to ask.
There was that one where I had the Philippines as an answer. Like, well, I know my community strong well enough. There's probably going to be some people out there trying to write questions where the factoid answer is the Philippines. So more likely than not, the answer would have been that. That's the only reason why I would have answered that way just because I have insider knowledge. But that
and the
Ninjala
question I had, it was very much Ash knows an above average number of things about Japan. May be able to pass something. If he doesn't know the answer, he still may be able to pass something from the language in the question.
Mm-hmm.
And
there is that sometimes, yeah.
Was how it transpired.
Certainly happened like that with when I was playing Golden Mind. There was the question of what's the sort of the literal translation of the name shogi, the Japanese chess game, and it's also like, well, if it's got the name of shogi, it's basically going to have the same derivation as the word shogunate, and that gave me a really easy answer. And after
that's how I answer about 3/4 of the questions I know answers to. It's because of spotting a word root or
definitely that
or
definitely
a derivation
helps
of a name.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much for playing Shapes. Another 500,000 adding to your total. You're now on number 5 in the rankings of the Doots. And thank you very much for playing, and we'll catch you later.
Thank you. See you later, man.
All right, see you later.
Cheers.
Okay. All right. Well, that is going to be it for me this evening. I know that Matt is sort of waiting for me to finish so that he can do some Beat the Chasers watch along, which will happen in the Discord in a couple of minutes. That's going to be it for this evening. Thank you very much for watching. Just quickly go over the schedule screen again because I can. That's what you got to look forward to from me over the next few weeks. So Friday, we will be playing some winning lines and stuff and things. That's going to be it for me. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you later. Raid B Square quiz? Oh, I'm sure we can do that. Definitely. Let me get the command up for that. B Square quiz. I'm sure we can do that. There we go. The channel is intended for mature audiences, so bear that in mind. But have fun over there on B Square quiz. And I'll catch you later on Friday. In fact, I'll probably see you around on Quizzy Dan's stream because he's doing that tomorrow, and I'll be enjoying some more bingo. Catch you later. Bye!